Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy start of a brand new week. I'm going to wait for you all to come in. This morning, we're talking about the law of reversibility and why you must understand it in order to create wealth or literally to manifest anything that you desire. So I'm jumping over here. Here we go. Okay. I'm jumping over here and I'm waiting to see if everyone when you're all coming in. So say hi. Let me know that you're here. Oh, there we go. We've got a couple people joining. Yay, there you all are giving me love. I love it. Awesome. So you're probably accustomed to me looking over this way for seeing the comments when you all are live. I changed things up on you today. So my eyes are going in that direction. Good morning, Coach Nads. Hello. All right, there you all are. So I'm going to jump. Hey, Goddess Pamela. So I'm going to jump right in with what I have to share with you today. And I thought to myself, how can I let them know that this is one of those conversations that is crucial? Understanding this is, it is. I don't know. I know I talk about a lot of things, but this simple law right here today, my intention is that it changes everything for you. Hey, Goddess Jackie. Hi, Bonnie. Yay, Leslie, Suzanne. All of the regulars are here today. All right, so I'm going to jump right into this conversation and start with the simplest explanation of the law of reversibility. Well, first of all, those of you that are here, how many of you know about this law? Just, type in the comments. I do. So I know, like, no, everyone's good, Tasha. Like, great that you think this is an amazing, fresh off the block conversation, but everyone else is kind of like, I've got it. Oh, thank you, Sam. That's so sweet. Jackie says I don't. Good morning, Grace. All right. So let me know, anyone else watching, how many of you know about the law of reversibility? I did not. Okay. New info for me. All right. Yay. I love when I bring you new stuff. So this law, in essence, says that in life, things move in both directions. It's scientific as well as metaphysical. And I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to give you some examples so that, that conscious mind gets it. And then we can start creating new neural pathways. So the law of reversibility says things move in life, things move in both directions. It's scientific. It is a scientific law. And why I love that it's scientific is that it's a law, you can count on it. I love laws. I always tell you I love laws because it means no matter what, no matter where I am, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, who I am, where I live, the law is the law and it applies, period, end of story. So I love when we have conversations around laws. It's as if A created B. So think about this for a second. If A created B, then B can also create A. If A, right, things are moving in both directions. If A created B, then B can also create A. Now I want to give you a real world, like, wrap your head around this example. And so I want you to think for a second about solar energy. We drive on the highways now here in the States, and there's, like, I call them solar farms. There's literally mass areas of land with just solar panels everywhere. So solar works by taking heat, the rays from the sun, heat, and creating electricity, right? So heat creates electricity, but electricity also creates heat. So the solar panels take the heat from the sun and this is the heat, it creates electricity. By creating electricity, that electricity allows us to warm our homes. So it creates heat. It allows us to use our stove. It creates heat, right? So I want you to think about as, okay, so that's how the law of reversibility works. It also, now let's go to the metaphysical, the spiritual. When you desire to manifest something, you must first believe that you will, manifest it in order for you to receive it. You have to first believe in order for you to receive it. And when you receive it, you're like, whoa, this works. And now you believe even more. First, you believe, then you receive. And when you receive, you increase your belief. See, it's going in both directions. I also want to talk about the importance of this in creating wealth. You have to see the end result that you desire, which is to visualize it in order to have it. You must first see it in order to have it. Once you have it, you increase your, well, I want to say your belief, but once you have it, you obviously go back to the beginning, which you now see it. It's here physically. But first, you have to see it spiritually. You have to see it in your visualization. You have to see yourself in ownership of it in order for you to have it. But once you have it, you now physically see it. It's here. You can touch it, feel it, experience it. And this is where that quote that so many of us know by Rumi that says, that which you seek is also seeking you. So I want to demonstrate. I'm going into teacher Tasha mode today. You know how much I love this. And so I want to demonstrate this law because I want you to get a visual so that you understand the depth of what I'm sharing with you. Even though it's simple, this is really powerful, and it's going to cause you to remember this so that you use this law to your advantage versus disadvantage. So I'm sure you will agree, if you're at point A and you go in this direction, right? You're here and you end up here. So you're going from here to here. But from here, you can also go back to here, right? So this is the law of reversibility. Life is happening in both directions. You start here and you end up here. But from here, you can also go back to here, right? Life is happening in both directions. Why do you need to understand this? Because the law of reversibility allows us to understand, implement, practice, apply, utilize the fact that you must first have the spiritual experience of something in order for you to get it in the physical. And when you get it in the physical, you then enhance your spiritual experience. So another way of saying this, you have to first believe in the existence of yourself as wealthy. You must first believe that you can have it. It will happen for you. It is already done. You must first spiritually within yourself believe it in order for you to manifest it. Why am I like so I want to slow down. My brain is going faster than I can talk. I want you to understand this because this for me is key. When I understand the power of that first part, my spiritual energy, my thoughts, my ability to believe allows me to receive. What I'm thinking creates the end result. What I'm conscious of, and I put my energy, my attention, my thoughts on this end, creates this end. And we also know, like, one of the things that we teach in our programs is, your thoughts create everything. So your thoughts creates a feeling. This feeling that you end up feeling ricochets back, and it continues to create more of that same thought. So you always want to be focusing on that first end of the pendulum, if you will, like what's over here on this side, because it's going to swing this way to create something. And is that what I want to create? And when I create that and it swings back, right, is that to my advantage or my disadvantage? And so there is a Bible verse, Mark 11, verse 24, that says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and you will receive it." When you're here, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and you will receive it. So this is the law. This is the expansion of that very well-known scripture. It is the encapsulation of this law. When you pray, believe that you have it. Believe that you already have it and you will receive it. And when you receive it, what happens? Your belief increases. That's how the law works. So, it's also when many of us have heard from Wayne Dyer, one of his famous quotes is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I believe he wrote a book about that, the wish fulfilled. But this is why the feeling is so important in manifesting. Neville Goddard says, remain faithful to the feeling of your desire manifested. Because when you are over here thinking of wealth that you want to create, feel as if you already have it and you will have it. And when you have it, it increases, right? If you're here with a desire to manifest wealth, to manifest love, to manifest whatever it is that you want. We're starting to think about 2024, and this is where my mind is right now. I'm starting to think about 2024, and what I'm doing is, I go through the motions and I write all the things, but what I really want to focus on now is the feeling of 2024 manifested fully, the way I fully desire for it to manifest. And when I have the feeling as if it already has, I will have it. And when I have it, I will be in the physical feeling of having it. So I'm going to jump over here before I go on any further. I just want to make sure that you are all still hanging tight, feeling the end result and feeling grateful for it. I love it. Yep, feel the feelings of the wish fulfill. It's like starting from the ending. Start with the end in mind. How many times have we heard that, Diana? Start with the end in mind. This is why it's a law. This is how it works. This is the law at work. And it's not just, it's, woo-woo stuff that's being said. You have to be it first in order to have it. You have to see yourself of deserving of it in order to have it. All of this is based on this law, the law of reversibility. First, you start on this end and you feel deserving. You feel yourself with the desire manifested. You believe yourself to already have it, and then you have it. And when you have it, right now, it goes back to the other direction. When you have it, you believe more. When you have it, you feel the physical feelings of it. It's like, I desire to have success. Let me feel myself as successful. Now I become successful. Now, when I'm successful, I feel success. I feel successful. So you see, it's going back and forth like this. And I really hope, I don't want to complicate this because I need you to just understand this in its simplest form. And here's what I want you to be processing right now. What do you desire? What is it that you desire? And can you believe you will receive it? Because if you're not believing that you will receive it, if you're not taking the time to feel yourself in the ownership of it, if you are not participating in visualizing and seeing yourself as having it, then the law is not working in your favor, right? Whatever you put on this end shows up on the other end. So if you have lack of belief over here, you get the result of lack of belief. If you're not putting in the time to see yourself as having it, whatever you did put the time in to see and to think and to focus on is what you get on the other end. And then it swings back, right? And you get more of that. So I want you all, I love what Deanna says, laws work whether you participate or not. So you might as well work it in your favor. Spoken like a true goddess. I love it. You might as well work it in your favor. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation, because I truly believe, as a mentor and a guide, that if you understand what's going on, if you understand how this works, it's one thing for me to tell you, and everybody says this, right? You need to think positive. You need to visualize. You need to see yourself as having it. You need to, you know, set intentions. Like, it's one thing for somebody to tell you all the things to do. It's a whole other layer when you understand why it works, when you understand what makes it work. Understanding the why is crucial for you. And truthfully, for me, it's like I was reading in The Science of Getting Rich last night, and it just talks about faith and how to increase your faith. And for me, understanding these laws takes my faith out of the regular person and into the stratosphere, because I'm not trying to make myself have faith. That is not easy. And you know, I'm all about easy and relaxed. I'm not trying to make myself have faith. I understand the laws at work. And I understand that when I utilize these laws, I get the result. That for me is where my faith is sourced, if you would, is understanding the laws. Mark 11, verse 24 says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you receive it and you will receive it. How do I have faith? Because that it told me, as long as you believe it, you will receive it. That's the law. When you pray, believe that you will receive it and you will receive it. So I don't need to, I don't know, sometimes I see people struggling with belief, and I'm like, do you understand the law? This is not about you needing to take a course in belief. This is about, this is how the law works. Do you understand the law? If you believe when you pray, if you believe when you intend, if you believe when you visualize, you must receive it. That's the law. That builds faith. So I love it. Faith creates and the creation creates more faith. That's right, Ellie. I love it. Faith creates and the creation um, yeah, I love it. Alice says, these are really good. Jackie says, exactly. Understanding why behind the law helps with being consistent to receive the results, and helps you with being consistent in what you need to do. Right? That's it for me. It helps me to be consistent with my part. And when I'm not doing my part, like in my wonderful group of amazing ladies, I reached out last night. I'm like, oh my God, to be human, the human condition. Why? Right? Because I have my moments where I just am a human being with worries and fears, and they come from out of nowhere. And I know all this stuff. And I'm like, what? But here's the thing. Why can I catch myself faster than more people? Even though I'm at the mercy of being a human like everybody else, but I can catch myself, and I make it my responsibility to catch myself because I understand the law. I'm like, uh-oh, the longer I stay on this side is the more I'm going to get of the result on this side. And then it's going to come back and it's going to cause me to stay over here longer. Don't want it. Right? So God, as Denise says, awareness. So I know that if you were, listen, and if this were me, I would be asking, okay, so the feelings of my desires fulfilled, me being in the feeling of my desires fulfilled, results in my desire being fulfilled. And when my desire is fulfilled, I have the feeling, because I'm now in the physical experience of the desire fulfilled. I'm now in the desire fulfilled. I now have it. So how do you shortcut all this? What's the best and the easiest way to tap into that feeling so that you can have this law work for you? Why do I love laws? Because they work for me. They make the hard and the complex simple, and it actually makes, it's kind of like going on a seesaw, right? When the other person wants to go up, you sit on the one side, and that's leverage. The other person goes up. And then when it's your turn, they come down and you go up. And so literally, I could be 2 times the other person's weight, or like, my son and I would play this game, and he could not physically lift me up with his size, but we could use the lever, right? We could use the lever that was there on that and I'm aging myself. I'm like, I think it's a seesaw, but anyway, you all know what I mean, right? And he would bring himself down and it would raise me up. And so we use the tool that was available to be able to have that happen. It's the same thing with a law. Use the law so that you make it easy for yourself, so that you get the results guaranteed. Use the law. So what's a shortcut way to do this? Gratitude. If you can put yourself in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And you're like, Tasha, it is really hard for me to close my eyes and to feel myself as manifesting what I want, or to see it, or, like there's a disconnect for me. If that's you, then here is the shortcut. Even if you're like, I struggle with believing I can have it, then I want you to simply do this. Use this law by applying the principle of gratitude. Literally just decide what it is that you desire, whatever it is that you desire. And you're going to be over on this side, right? And I want you to start thinking of 2024, because we're coming up on our Create 2024 masterclass. So I want you to be on this side, and I want you to think, what is it that you desire to experience, to manifest, and to have? And I want you to feel grateful. That you can do. Just think of it and feel grateful that it is done. You don't need to believe it. You don't even need to visualize yourself as having it. Just think to yourself, this is what I want. It happened for me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. This is the easiest thing for every human being to do, is to access gratitude. So feel grateful that you already have it. Feel the gratitude you will have. Think about it. I have this desire for X amount of dollars per month. Goddess Denise blew up Clubhouse last week talking about her $150,000 a month, right? So my desire is $150,000. Gosh, the possibility of that, seeing myself as receiving $150,000, just even imagining that it can happen. Man, if that happened for me, this is how grateful I would feel. Feel the gratitude. By feeling the gratitude as if you already have it, you will receive it. And when you receive it, you're going to be so grateful. Aren't you? You're going to be so grateful. That gratitude is the shortcut. And we are coming up on November, National Gratitude Month. So I wanted to have this conversation today, right? Because on Wednesday is the 1st of November. So we want to, as we prepare to create 2024, I want you to be in the energy of just constantly thinking about anything that you desire for next year from the energy of gratitude. Yay, congratulations, Barbara. I love it. So I thinking about if there's anything else I want to say on all of that to you. I would love for everyone watching. Can you just share like what you got from this conversation? This is such a powerful law, and I want to really ensure that you all got it. I want that you got something, one thing. So can you jump in the comments and just share with me what came out of this for you today? I love Goddess Marcella said, gratitude is everything. Barbara, gratitude is key to all your desires. I'm grateful for your teaching. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Reminder of the basic law. Exactly. It is. Yep. Denise says gratitude. Yeah, it really is. Like I said, it is a simple law. And once you understand what's happening, it helps you to use the law to your advantage, and to also understand when you are using it against yourself, because the law is going to work. Like Goddess Diana said, the law is going to work whether you are consciously applying it or not. It's at work. So you want to know what's happening, why it's happening, so you can use it to your advantage. There's nothing worse than getting on the other side of a result and going, how did I get here? Because you just didn't understand what you were doing. You didn't understand you created it. It's the feeling. I must be consistent in expressing my gratitude. Gratitude, Sarah says. How it swings back and forth, Sarah. Oh, I love it. Lashina, love this conversation. This puts words to what I've been feeling. Ooh, I love it. I need to stop procrastinating. Marcella says, reminder of the feeling as it has already happened, and the gratitude, and it's going so fast, and the gratitude of its fruition. Yes, the law and the feeling it. All right, I feel good. My work is done this morning. Here's the last thing I want to tell you. How many of you just type something to let me know? How many of you have RSVP'd for December 16th, the Create Your 2024 Masterclass? How many of you have RSVP'd? Which means you typed RSVP in the comments and you got your message last week. You went to Facebook Messenger. Let me put this back up in case you didn't hear this last week. Type the word RSVP. But if you did type it last week, you went to Facebook Messenger and you actually clicked the prompts to get you RSVP'd. I want to make sure that you guys did it because RSVP. Because here's the thing. Those of you that have RSVP'd on November 11th, so 11/11 for 24 hours only, those of you that have RSVP'd are going to be the first to know the ridiculous gift that I am giving you in terms of investing for this masterclass. Okay, but it's 24 hours only. That's it. What I want are the women who this is important to you. Taking the time, setting some time aside to create your 2024, being there on that masterclass, being in the energy of your sisters, feeling the support of the vortex of that energy for everything that you want to create. You already took care of it. You've RSVP'd, and I want to give you a gift of a ridiculous price for this masterclass. Literally, when you see it on the 11th, you're going to go, what? Yeah. So, okay, make sure that you have RSVP'd, and then you want to make sure that you're checking, mark in your calendar now, 11/11, look for a message from Tasha, because those of you that have RSVP'd, you're going to be the first to know. It's going to be on Zoom. I know that Zoom maxes out, so it literally is whomever first come first serve. You get to do it on the 11th, and then we'll go from there. All right, RSVP. Here we go. Share the link. There isn't a link. I don't know. I just missed it. Somebody's asking for the link. There's no link to register yet. It's just if you type RSVP in the comments, go to Facebook Messenger, you'll get a message from me, and you just want to follow the prompts along, what it's telling you to do to make sure that you've RSVP'd. All right? Ladies, please do this. Please don't just type RSVP. Go to Facebook Messenger right now and do what it's telling you to do so that you get notified first before everyone else on the 11th. Okay. Well, I love you all. Go have a wonderful day. Think about this law. Just think about it. Keep it in your mind. It's going to just going to have this like next level awareness of the law at work. And I want you to commit to using it to your advantage. Have a great Monday, everyone. Bye-bye.